Hey everybody, welcome to Snow Talk. Brian Good here with you on this Wednesday. We've had some fun, festive snow showers and flurries around the past 8 hours. We've had a couple of some 1-inch snow reports. Spencer County, Mount Eden reported 1-inch portions there of Georgetown, Scott County, not far from Lawrenceburg, close to an inch, and we've seen spotty areas about a quarter of an inch. Even within Louisville, we've seen some cases of that, but it's not been a widespread snow event as expected. It was just patchy areas where you get the snow burst, and if you get the right snowfall rate, you can quickly accumulate on grassy areas, roads, so we're just fine. So, here's the setup today. We still got some snow showers around. We're going to see more later on. What is happening is the dry air is trying to get involved in this upper low, and the sky is wanting to clear out. The thing is, it's so cold aloft, it creates an imbalance that takes place, kind of like you would for an unstable summer day, and you get thunderstorms to develop. You start off sunny, and then you cloud up, and then thunderstorms, lightning in the afternoon. Kind of the same deal. We will have some sunshine, but it's so unstable with the atmosphere that will cloud back up, and then you get more snow showers that can develop. But we're going to be above freezing when those all take place still, so we're still not expecting any problems from that. Just every now and then you'll see some flurries or a burst of snow, and in some cases if we get too warm you may get a raindrop or two mixed in with all this. One thing we'll be watching as we head to this afternoon is the connection that our low has to the northeast, because our low now is spinning in Ohio. It's doing the classic transfer of energy. Pressures begin to drop off the East Coast and the Gulf Stream whenever we get this kind of a setup, and so the low here is deepening, which is going to influence New York, Jersey, Philadelphia area, New York City, which of course we got the ACC tournament kicking on with the Cards here today at midday. They're playing right about in through here, and I'll tell you, it is going to be, boy, it's going to be close for them because the rain snow line is going to be very close to Brooklyn, and it can go from anywhere from rain to a grand total of a foot of snow in a short distance. But I'm not forecasting up there. I'll stress out enough with the Ohio River. It seems like with our area, I do not want that on my shoulders. All right, so let's talk about our setup here today. We're still going to be influenced by this low that's moving into Ohio, so that this afternoon, again, we'll get some sun breaks, clouds fill back in, you get some more snow showers, we'll be above freezing, easily above the 40-degree mark, in fact. Now, tonight, there is another little lobe of energy that's kind of spaced out. If you have something that's spinning, all the objects around it stay close to it, and when the spin slows down, they kind of spread out and disintegrate, basically. That's what the low is doing. It's losing its punch, but little pieces of energy that are spread out from it pretty far still rotating around, and one of those is showing up overnight, moving in. There's not much showing up on Futurecast, obviously, because there's not a lot of moisture at this point. All that moisture is going to be pretty much drained out of it from that system in New York. But we can't rule out some snow showers that could develop overnight tonight. And the reason why I mention this is because we are going to be colder tonight, so even one snow shower can cause slick spots. So just stay tuned. We'll let you know if it even materializes or not. We'll keep the chance like 20%. I mean, confidence is not very high. Okay, tomorrow. It's going to be a colder setup tomorrow, but we'll have a little more sun, I think. So the question is, can that balance out to where we have a high temperature very similar to today? I think so, yeah. It's going to be very, very close. A couple degrees off, up or down. All right, and then we lead into Friday, which is where we have our warm front that's going to be forming, and that's going to lift the atmosphere up. When that happens, you get a reaction on the radar, and you get precipitation. In this case, rain, and if it comes down decent enough, because there's still enough cold air above us, that it can pull down some of that cold air, produce some snow, a burst of wet snow. And right now we're thinking it's going to be roughly, I would say, Salem to about Danville looks to be the zone where we could see that. And given that it's nighttime when this would happen, just before the sun comes up Saturday, there could be some grassy light accumulations, like an inch or less or something like that. But anyway, it is something that is possible Friday night. Now, how much of that moisture lingers around will influence, by the way, the Anthem 5K for the race at 8 a.m. Saturday. We'll just trend that as we get closer. All right, but here's the setup for really Sunday, Monday, and this is the one that's going to cause us some headaches for a few more days. Three things happening here. There is a piece of energy that's coming in now across Alaska and the Aleutians. It will kind of sneak down and drop into Canada. It's a small little piece, and it's really the cold air supplier. At least it will aid in the cold air supply of anything that happens in the lower 48. That does not make it on shore really and get sampled until tomorrow midday. That's piece number one. Piece number two is our New York system that is going to be moving through New York City. The signs here, at least on the difference of the models, the GFS wants to transfer the energy then to yet another low, like a dumbbell effect, to the east of it, that will then surge north. With that happening, it will then allow our next system, little piece of energy, a southern tracker, come off the Rockies. It will allow it to track more toward possibly I-40, or very close to the Smoky Mountains. That is how the GFS sees it, that this piece will move in that corridor near the Smoky Mountains. This piece here may not arrive in time to connect with it. They're starting to come further apart, this little piece in Canada is. But it is based on the idea that the northeast Nova Scotia area will rapidly pull north and east to allow this guy to have a little more of a chance to trend north. That's GFS. The Euro idea is for the New York low to hold on, and not much of a dumbbell, swing your pardon, do-si-do kind of thing going on. Therefore, the low that comes out of the Rockies gets suppressed, is weaker, and then the energy, of course, coming out of Canada didn't even have a chance to catch up with it, really, until it's too late. So the Euro has, at the moment, a weaker idea in its operational runs. And the Canadians have been kind of back and forth in this idea. So that's really the setup. When you have three pieces like that, and if one's off, the other one's off, that's kind of you guys know the story. So there's no sense in getting too worked up on it until we get answers that we need to fit the pieces of the puzzle together. And we should have some of those tomorrow. I mean, this is one of the solutions from the Euro for Sunday afternoon. Takes the low right over Bowling Green, Kentucky. Another solution, though, of the same model run, very weak system over Columbia, South Carolina, nothing here at all. You can even just see a hint of that Canadian piece right there. That's it. So it's still struggling. So you got to use the ensembles as the best way still this far out. And the ensemble snow forecast in the GFS has got roughly I-64 East Kentucky for the backlash snow to take effect. Now, here's the thing. This, even the way it's trending right now, this does not look to be a big snow, but it could be a light accumulating snow event. Wet snow event is what this is looking like. So that's the GFS snowfall potential on the ensembles. Look at the Euro. Nearly identical. Here's Louisville here. Again, aiming I-64 East Kentucky. So the ensembles of the two main models that we look at agree with each other. But the operational runs are all over the place. That's because you just change one little small detail and you change the whole outcome. You know the chaos theory, how fun that is. So don't get too worked up on it, guys. Give us another 24 hours or so and we'll fine-tune the details on this. But again, it still does not look to be a big snow, but could cause some travel issues, certainly for Monday morning. Looking ahead on the longer-term idea, temperature profile, colder than normal for next week, the early part of next week. Then we warm up. I think we could get 60s and maybe some 70s. And it could be a decent low pressure moving out of the plains, too, with rain and thunderstorms. Roughly 17th to the 19th looks to be the window for that. That's a system to watch. After it, we do cool back down again just after the first day of spring for the end of March. Now, this is colder or cooler than normal. Keep that in mind, too. And our normals are going up now, several degrees in some cases every few days. So our normal high now is in the 50s. Colder than normal would be, mid to upper 40s. So still wouldn't necessarily mean snow. It would just mean kind of a miserable rain if it were to rain at all. But anyway, that's how the month is trending. Still looks pretty active. So a lot to keep an eye on. So that's it for today, guys. We'll see how it all looks coming up tomorrow.